attention.
So we have a heat now of the visitors' fours. The first time we've seen the visitors at the regatta. The visitors is the intermediate level fours between the club and between the stewards, the international. And there, the two crews off the start. Cambridge University, they are on the right of your picture, and on the left is the men from Nereus, Holland.
So a bit of stray steering off the start from Cambridge, but they managed to recover, establish the rhythm, and now they're just getting up to almost a length clear of Nereus, just coming off to 40.
This Nereus crew that are on the right of your picture, two of the men in that crew, Rick Rinks, in the stroke seats, and the man behind him were in the victorious crew at the Temple last year. Nereus won that event, and they are a very good crew. But the four men from Cambridge, they did something special this year, Tom.
They did. They were the stern four of this year's winning Cambridge Blue Boat, and a fantastic race. It was it's been the last couple of years, I think. For some of these guys, they've lost for the last couple, and they've had to turn it around against a very, very good Oxford crew. And so for these guys, it's about finishing the entire season. I think Ben and Lance and the Stern pair coming back next year is about setting up something for next year so that they can continue this winning pattern.
Know anything about recruitment for Cambridge? You're prepared to say live on BT Sport, Tom, next year they got any stars turning up for the programme?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm a little bit out of the loop.
No, don't give me that.
But look, you can see the quality. The Stone pair have obviously. So Ben, I think, was in last year's boat race before this one, and is president next year. Lance is president next year. Ben will be vice president, and they're setting the platform. They're going to be the leaders for next year, and this is what they want to do. They want to win the visitors. They want to come away with a good margin. Been warned again, just to get back over a little bit of dodgy steering this race from Cambridge, but correcting it there.
Their coach, Steve Trackmore, I mean, he likes the boys to row in a certain way, doesn't he? And how close do you think they're? What's he going to say to them when they come off the water? Good job, boys. It looks pretty smooth to me.
Yeah, I think it looks consistent. I think they just want to get out into a good, strong pattern and be consistent. I think at this stage, now that they've got clear water, and hopefully they can push this through to a win from Cambridge's point of view. But from Steve's point of view, I think it's not about trying to drive a certain pattern. You've got the athletes from each year, and you build what you can with them into certainly what you believe are the fundamentals of how you want to win races. For the boat race, there's obviously a different emphasis. You've got a 4.25 mile race, and I think there's certain things there you need to focus on to make sure you put a robust, quick unit over that distance.
So we're looking at the four men from the victorious Cambridge Blue Boat this year, won the Oxford and Cambridge boat race. They are giving some dirty water. You can see John Hedger, the umpire. That's the second time he's had to warn a crew who was on that right-hand station, and he will speak to them, I think, at the end, unless they move pretty quickly. Nereus are a very good crew. I think this says something of the status of the Cambridge crew. They've raced on the Bosban in the famous regatta there 2 or 3 weeks ago, finished third behind the Dutch national four, and a fast British-Dutch composite we'll see also in this event. And it is really heartening to see that Steve Trackmore and Ed Green, the two coaches, I mean, they've been in cahoots around all the international regattas. I don't know whether they've been recruiting or just looking at their crew, sizing up the opposition, but they really are building a programme for next year, as you say.
Yeah, I think Steve plans a long way ahead, and he will be looking not just to next year's boat race, but the years after that, and putting in the right steps to make sure Cambridge is got every chance it can for win, certainly from his point of view. And this is just another stepping stone, a good stepping stone.
So we're coming to the finish now, and there is a shot of Lance Treadle, who did such a fantastic job in the stroke seat, the ex-Leander oarsman. No stranger to Henley Regatta. Now one of the Goliaths of Cambridge rowing. His name's on that winner's board at the boathouse in Ely, and they crossed the line first from a very strong Nereus crew. The four oarsmen couldn't quite make it into the Nereus 8 that will be racing here later in the regatta. It's in effect, it's the sort of second best Nereus crew, but extremely strong two men that won the Temple last year.